I'll try.
You too.
All right, we're off. Basic Mountain, past the turn.
Good.
Not planning to, not as of right now.
I'm actually not.
When you
I'm actually going to go for cybersecurity.
Okay, that is Arena of Glory. Card from... Cool card from MH3. And Lava Spur Boots is now on the board.
Look at this.
Well, yes.
Goblin Welder is in. Gets equipped.
Quick the welder gives a haste.
Haste and +1/+0 and ward 1.
Tim just switch.
Okay, Force of Fill will remove the Goblin Welder in response to the equip. It's gone.
You know what time it is for this?
You can go ahead.
Swamp. Just go.
Yeah. Also, which one? Which one?
I'll go with green. You're going for that?
Okay, good.
All right, the Force of Fill special counterbalance on the board.
I'm going to do make sure. This is gone. 23, get a swamp. Yeah, I'll just pass it.
Yeah, the Arena of Glory and Lava Spur Boots can do some scary things in the Painter deck. There's Soul Guide Lantern that could disrupt some Mystic Sanctuary stuff. Brainstorm in response, revealed a basic. Power Blast countered it.
Lost well.
That's
Both on top.
So Underground Sea for Force of Fill. Maybe some black cards today. Goblin Engineer, counterbalance trigger, reveals Terminus. Okay. Well.
I was going to say, you fell into what's going on?
So, already said it's getting Terminus. Let's try.
Trigger off. Hit a Thalia.
Go ahead.
Grindstone found. It's in the yard now. But we're likely going to see a Terminus here. Deduce to draw it on Rockford's end step. Make a clue.
Yep.
Good.
Nice choice here. Trigger initiative. I'll make a skeleton.
That's in. Cool.
All right, another Engineer and another Terminus revealed on top. So we're going to see a similar sequence of events, I would say. This time puts Chaos Defiler into the graveyard.
Cards.
Trigger.
4.
Thank you.
Chaos Defiler, one of the most popular cards from the 40k Warhammer set.
Oh,
From the passageway.
Yep.
All right, Goblin Engineer gets swords, actually. Phil's going to untap. Just draw this Terminus, save it for later. Force of Fill does have ways to put it back on top of the deck. Can't really see what Phil is holding right now. We know there's a Terminus in there. Ooh, what is this?
My modes.
great.
Sure, I gain 3, go 26.
My modes are going to be Return Scalding Tarn
Okay.
and make 2 rabbits.
Okay, Season of the Burrow. Making 2 rabbits and returning Scalding Tarn to play. Interesting.
Cards in there?
Well, oh, 2.
I'm not going to just get Ravenloft Adventure, so I'll just search for the initiative.
Just see those again?
Yes.
Painter Servant, countered by Counterbalance, revealing another copy of Counterbalance.
2.
20.
This is the 3 columns.
Good. Counterbalances.
Yep.
Good.
All right, revealing Deduce on top. Counterbalance counters another painter.
Pass.
The 1/1 rabbits are swinging away, represented by these Yu-Gi-Oh cards on the board.
Cherry initiative. I'll put 2+1/+1 counters onto skeleton.
That is Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Ponder revealed on top with first counterbalance trigger. Deduce. Change the top of the deck. Terminus.
Yeah.
Go for it. Yep.
Okay, Fable of the Mirror Breaker resolves. Rockford will create a 2/2 Goblin Shaman that attacks and makes a treasure. Token needs a reprint, folks. There's Mystic Sanctuary. There is a Soul Guide Lantern on the board. Deduce goes back on top, gets drawn. Rockford's fine with it. Attack him with the 2/1/1 rabbits. Gonna block one.
Yep. To remind me of when we were chatting about the white dragon games. I mean, I could always see why it's why it was banned.
Before the turn. Sure.
I'm not saying it shouldn't have been. It's just more like I'm just more like shouldn't have been able to chance.
Okay, so Deduce changed the top of the deck. Now revealed on top is Brain Surge, Red Elemental Blast, countered Ponder. And now the, I guess, pink or purple Yu-Gi-Oh card on the board is a clue. Fable of the Mirror Breaker ticks up to Chapter 2. Looks like Rockford's thinking about discarding some cards here. Maybe? Okay, again, it looks like the decision was made to skip that.
Yep. Swing. That's it.
Okay, Goblin Shaman attacks. Rockford will make a treasure.
Last one of them.
Power Blast on one of the counterbalances. Sack the clue to draw Brain Surge. Top card of the deck, Deduce. So one of the counterbalances is destroyed successfully by Power Blast.
Dragon.
Phyrexian Dragon Engine.
When
It doesn't do anything if I cast from my hand.
okay.
It's just a 2/2 double strike.
Okay. Yeah, it's a,
Go.
Yep, I'm on the play.
one card left?
Yeah, I would have to, if I had some of the cards, I would probably be playing it.
Sure.
I did play Aggro Home for a little bit.
That was Brain Surge.
So it was following the control box, I think it's
The token on Phil's side is a 1/1 white rabbit created by Season of the Burrow.
hard way.
End of turn. Pass.
Transform this.
Okay, Reflections of Kiki Jiki now on the board. It's possible we'll see a board wipe at instant speed.
Equip Lava Spur Boots.
Cards.
Okay, equipping Lava Spur Boots to Reflections of Kiki Jiki is the first move here.
Card list.
Power Blast on the Deduce trying to wipe the board. There's likely a Terminus on top of the deck. Counterbalance will not be able to do it.
It is equipped.
Okay, Reflections of Kikijiki is equipped. Going to now try to copy Phyrexian Dragon Engine, it looks like.
You have copy. These are double strikers. Oh, I do have copies.
Yes, these are double strikers.
The copy token, let's go.
With all of them trigger.
You know, I love this stuff, chat. The gameplay accessories mean a lot. They mean a lot.
Well, here I take 6, go to 10. I'll go to 10.
Ready?
Then I'll pass.
All right, passing turn. The copy will go away. Rabbit died in combat. He's a Terminus.
So your turn. I'll pass you.
Bubble?
Vexing Bauble could be a pain in the butt.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh. Entreat the Angels.
Nice.
20 power.
27 phase.
So like,
Okay, Entreat the Angels resolves. 20 power on the board for Force of Fill.
That's fine.
Okay, moving on to game 2. Entreat the Angels, folks. Question for the people of the chat. Which Duskmourn cards are you seeing on tables? We saw Ghost Vacuum appear earlier. We know Metamorphosis Fanatic is getting some play. Any other Duskmourn cards you've played against or with? I think we're like 2 weeks into Duskmourn now.
Figured I'll be able to like blow up through Blossom or something, or just make a big guy.
Pyroblast on the Ponder. Start the game. Urza Saga, Goblin Engineer.
I'm driving down to DC with Blade this Saturday. Huh? Oh, no, he's gonna go sell his cars.
This is not an experience.
Okay, Phyrexian Dragon Engine goes in the yard. Yeah, the Abhorrent Oculus I got in a collector booster I got. And I'm like, is this card good?
So you still have the freaking Virulent Plague in it?
I have no other way to afford the ring is. I have no way.
Scott, thank you for the resub. 27 months. Scott says, one of the highlights of my Wednesday. Scott, thank you. Thank you.
I was like, I thought you were going to throw me out like a Jazzy Jazz refresh.
Urza Saga ticks up to 2.
They'll be like, ah.
Going through your pile and then you stick out of the
Painter's Servant hits the board, naming blue. Urza Saga will tick up now to Chapter 3. It could potentially find Grindstone, which is scary.
Both of those games, you resolve like 4 initiative creatures each game, right?
That's what happens.
Oh man.
A ranked initiative creature.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Floated in mana with Urza Saga. We could see combo.
It's 50-50.
Force of Fill with no white mana available right now. Counter Magic won't really help. All right, finds Lotus Petal.
Really good. Really fun match. Really difficult, too.
Cast a grandson.
Casting a Grindstone from hand.
Yeah, I'll be here. Close out.
Go ahead.
Okay, Hydroblast on Goblin Engineer gets countered by Red Elemental Blast. So I guess Rockford didn't have the 3rd mana in hand, had to do things a little backwards here, and Now Painter Servant and Grindstone and Goblin Engineer all a bit vulnerable, possibly. Force of Fill now has white mana on the table.
Cage means I can play that Cage Falcon card. Dude, I don't think you can do that.
I could play through.
Yeah, Cage.
For playwork.
I thought it was
Couldn't play
Cage
through the
Falcon.
second.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that blue. No, I'm not about that blue. The one that makes the 4/4? Yeah. I used to play that. Yeah. Oh, there is case for the Falcon? Yeah, it's case for the Falcon. I thought it was case. Solve it. Yeah, okay. I was like...
Prismatic Ending on the Painter. Exiling it will be pretty good. Activating Engineer in response, though, to save it. Dragon Engine hits the board. And the hand is discarded. Bridge, Goblin Engineer, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, all discarded.
Go. Yeah. Go ahead. Yep. That's good. Yep.
Take 4. Go ahead.
Don't know what.
Okay, and attack for 4 with the Dragon Engine. There's a Painter in the yard. Engineer still alive. Vexing Bauble now on the table.
Okay.
Definitely didn't solve for
Well, yeah, well, I'll say that. I'll say the opposite.
There could be some trouble for Force of Fill if a third mana is found by Rockford.
The Emperor does always go. Go to the beginning of combat step trigger. I'll exile your.
It's very interesting. I mean, I can fucking.
I'm sure there's different files.
The pilot is. I was thinking of having two like and then I make piles.
Mystic Sanctuary, putting Hydroblast on top. That'll resolve. Okay, that could be a way to remove the Goblin Engineer.
Sorry, 2 cards. Yes.
2 cards in hand for Rockford.
Without the crown, I could have made a plan. But I couldn't.
Good.
There's the Arena of Glory once again.
Sorry.
Another Painter. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
I knew that you were.
Rockford is aware that activations of Engineer and plays like that could be reacted to with spells like Swords to Plowshares. Here's a cycle of Pest Control, Hydroblast on the Engineer.
3.
Capt Igloo, thank you for the sub with Prime. 9 months. Good evening from Germany. Hello from New York. Thank you for being here. All right, the Engineer will be activated before it dies. Swaps a Painter with the Dragon Engine. And both Painters naming blue. Pass the turn. Force of Fill has to deal with a possible Grindstone Painter combo. 2 Painters on the board, it'll be tough. Brain Surge resolving right now. Hope for Escape, thank you for the sub with Prime. 8 months. The Cool Kids Club. Yes, exactly. That's what this is. And by kids, we mean people like me that have been playing Magic for 30 years. Oh my god. Okay, found a Prismatic Ending and hits Grindstone. That's pretty big for Force of Fill. Sigh of relief if you're cheering for Force of Fill. Blood Moon. Oh, man.
You got it. Take it for 2. Go.
Jeez. All right. So Force of Will with only 1 blue mana available, no white now. Blood Moon, that's rough. Here's Deduce, using the only blue available. Makes a clue.
Cast Magus.
And now a Magus of the Moon. Ingenuity. Thank you for the resub with Prime. 6 months. Time flies. Yeah. That's a new badge for you.
There's 4 cards like that. Combat?
Brain Surge resolving here for Phil. Trying to figure this out. Could use a bit more blue and or white mana. Blood Moon and Magus of the Moon. 6 life. It's looking a little rough for Force of Phil right now. There's also a Phyrexian Dragon Engine in the yard. Rockford's 2 mana away from it, though. Okay, found a basic island. It's something, but not a lot of removal spells in Legacy using blue mana. And Force of Will scoop it up. We're going to game 3. It's been a good match.
Usual.
All right, Force of Will be on the play here for game 3, I assume. Magic Ads, thank you for the resub, 7 months. Appreciate it. All right, so Phil starts off with a basic plains, a fetch that can find a basic island. We have the moons accounted for, I guess. Here's Painter's Servant, naming blue. Deduce on end step.
There's a bunch of stuff.
So the Yu-Gi-Oh card on the board is a clue. Phil is going to go right after this Painter, trying to swords it before Rockford can Red Blast or Pyroblast the removal spell. Everything is blue after all. Kind of one of the neat things you can do with Painter is target just about anything with those spells because of Painter. Simian Spirit Guide into Red Blast, though. Targeting the basic planes. Okay. I like it. I like it. So basic planes is shot down. We could see a follow-up of a moon. Ponder Force of Phil, who likely knows what Rockford is up to.
That's the pilot I want.
So rather than counter the removal spell on Painter, taking advantage of the Painter still being on the board to 2-for-1 blow up a basic plains, which could be Phil's only way to make white mana after a moon is on the table. Painter off the top. Okay.
Pass.
Painter on blue.
Yep.
Gets swords. Another Ponder for Phil. Phil has to be aware at this point that Rockford is going to try and resolve a moon. At least it seems that way, given the priorities. As we saw in Game 2, the moon effects were quite disruptive.
I would need to play
Sometimes
I play control.
Okay, there's Ancient Tomb, and Magus of the Moon is at the stack. It resolves. Phil's locked out of white mana, it seems, for now.
Yep.
That'll make Terminus more difficult. It'll make Entreat more difficult. It'll definitely make Season of the Burrow more difficult. Swords, Prismatic Ending. This could be tough. Using only blue and red mana. Phil's not even running any red cards that I'm aware of. Not sure how Phil's going to beat a Moon. Fable of the Mirror Breaker on the stack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like it's going to resolve. Make a Goblin Shaman. Attack with the Magus of the Moon.
I think you definitely wanted to attack. So,
Yep.
one, you want to make a map. Yeah. So, map attack, you know, okay. The time was 3, right?
There could possibly be a Jace the Mind Sculptor, bounce the Moon, and I don't know. Counterbalance. Okay.
Comment? Yep.
Okay, the Goblin Shaman will make a treasure on its way to dealing 4 damage along with Magus of the Moon. I guess we're gonna just skip the Fable of the Mirror Breaker's ability, but tick it up anyway. Looks like it was forgotten there, maybe. Karn the Great Creator just hit the stack. It could be a way to potentially put this game completely out of reach for Force of Fill. Now, I was talking to Rockford about Karn the Great Creator in this deck. Consigned to memory, looks like it's going to counter it, though. But Mycosynth Lattice, apparently not in the sideboard. Painter decks just have trouble getting to the 6 mana required. So, I mean, Spirit Guide, Goblin Engineer.
Resolve.
Maybe it was just now you could always go do something that would just go like cycle. Now it's like
Now you can win $2,000 on Arena sitting on your toilet.
Phyrexian Dragon Engine into the trash. That could be a fast clock. Needs 1 more mana to be able to unearth it. Unearth cost is 5. Goblin Engineer could also bring it back, sacking a treasure or something like that. Reflections of Kiki-Jiki about to be on the board.
Just go, convention centers in the middle of nowhere. Go eat.
Phil drops down to 10. Could be in reach of a victory. Stancil says, did someone in the background say you can win $1,000 on Arena sitting on your toilet? You can. You can also win $2,000 playing Arena sitting on your toilet.
No, I did. Never mind.
Yeah, you talked about that. There was some usually was like there was playing like some deck and I was like, oh, you don't have to go all the way.
I mean, so like.
Okay, making a treasure with Goblin Shaman. A lot of damage on the way.
The stack, like, you won it against like a
So like we're getting one because they were very good.
All right, the Moons were too much for Force of Fill. Painter gets it. GG's.